Hey there, this is Dave from Authors Reserve, and today we're going to do my 3 favorite inks from 2024. But before we get started, I just wanted to say thank you to everyone. We've exceeded 200 subscribers now, and that's really great. So happy about that, growing the community here. It also means that we blew past the milestone of 100 subscribers that I was gating giveaways in January against. So there will be no pausing on giveaways starting in January. So the giveaways will continue. At any rate, let's talk about the inks. 3 of my favorite inks, and one will be black, one will be red, and one will be blue. And I will tell you the ones that I used mostly this year, and do a little swatch here from the one that won in each one of the categories. Before we start, though, I thought we would maybe do honorable mention, and that would be this one here, which is Lamy's Dark Plum. This is a very popular ink that went out of production. Lamy stopped making this for a long time, and that made a lot of people really upset because it had a rabid fan base following. So this is sort of the Firefly of inks. If you don't get the reference, don't worry about it. And they decided to reissue it this year. Now it's not precisely the same. It has a red sheen instead of a gold sheen. It's not a shimmer, it's a sheen that I'm talking about here. But it's almost exactly the same ink. My cat's also very excited about it, as you can hear in the background. So honorable mention goes to Lamy Dark Plum. All right, so let's talk about the blacks first of all. I used a number of blacks this year, and these are the ones that I decided to choose from. I used Noodler's Heart of Darkness more than any other ink out there across the board. This was new when I bought it, and now it's down to around here, so you can see how much ink I've used out of that. And Noodler fills up their bottles way too high, if you ask me. Mostly these bottles, these ones with eyedroppers in them, it's not as bad, but these will be right to the very top. So unless you're on a very level surface when you open them, if you've never purchased a Noodler's ink, watch out for that. This one was interesting to me. It came out roughly at the same time Oppenheimer came out, but I didn't purchase it until this year. And it's called Dark Matter, and it's got Oppenheimer right there on the cover, and it says the Manhattan Project, Los Alamos ink, and this was supposed to be a re-engineering of an ink that was found in Los Alamos, a pen in Los Alamos. I think that was probably more a marketing story than anything, but I really enjoyed using this ink. I thought it was really smooth and also very, very dark black and a neutral black. That's what you'll see with all of these inks. Is that they're neutral. They don't have a blue or a purple sheen to them. They don't shade in any direction. It's mostly they shade towards gray, if they shade at all. This is another one, Platinum Chaokuro. This is a sort of a premium ink. I really, really liked this one for writing nice letters to people. And it just has a wonderful feel and a wonderful color. And it's just, I actually received a couple letters this year too, from made with that ink, written with that ink. And let's see, and then there's the Edelstein from Pelican. This is the Onyx ink, and this is more of a newer acquisition for me, and I've just been really super impressed by it. This is actually the first Edelstein ink that I've purchased, so I think I will be purchasing more in the future. And I also purchased my first Pelican pen this year. M1000. At any rate, I think what we're going to do for this here is I'm going to do a swatch of, well, none of these are going to swatch all that great. They're just going to be a big black blob, but we'll go ahead and do that with Chow Curl. Let's do Chow Curl. So sorry, folks, you were great, but only one can win. So let's do a Chow Curl. You'll see I do my ink swatches a little different. I'm going to start using these cards. Let me just show you how I've been doing them. I've been using these ring bound things, but these are Midori paper, and I've got 2 of these books now, and I don't really have them organized too well either, and part of that is because these rings don't come out, so that's why I'm switching over to this. This is using, what's the paper? Well, I don't remember the paper now, but it is an ink testing paper, so I don't know if you know what paper this coloring is. Let me know in the comments section. Okay, as I said, I do my ink swatches a little different, but it works for me. So as you can see, it's very black, not much shading around it. There's no sheen and no shimmer. None of these have shimmer. I do this for 2 reasons with the water. One is to show waterproofing. Now, of course, the ink isn't completely dry. Most of the time I let the ink dry before continuing, but as you can tell, this is going to be a very waterproof ink because there's a hard border there. And I happen to have that particular ink loaded up in this Lamy 2000 with a broad nib. Okay, so I'm going to release this one and let it dry. Let's just go grab 2 more of these and I'll let these float free. So with the ring here, I can reorganize them alphabetically or by color or by manufacturer. This one here is, you know, I would do like a bunch of noodlers together and then leave some space in case I added more, but then I just would run out of space. Okay, so that's Platinum Chow Curl. Now let's talk about red inks. I used primarily 3 red inks this year. Writer's Blood, I spent most of the beginning of the year. Ancient Copper, middle of the year. Oxblood after the middle of the year, and then Ancient Copper again at the end of the year. So I wound up using this one more. And this was new when I purchased it this year, and it's down to about here now in the bottle. So I've used quite a bit of this. So let's go ahead and do a color swatch of this one. Nothing against Writer's Blood or Writer's Blood or Oxblood. I think they're both super wonderful. The Writer's Blood looks like it's purple, but that is not the case. It's more of a brown color. But this one, as you'll see, I'm gonna get a little more on here. Okay. And you'll see the difference here with this one compared to the Chowkuro, how there is no hard border there. It really likes to run. So this is not as water proof. This one will run if you get it wet in the rain. However, you can use it for a lot of different type of artwork like this one here. And for the, okay, so around Halloween, I had this idea that I would create a new red ink that was the color of blood and would also smell like blood. And I got into a whole rabbit hole there. And I donate blood a couple times a year. And I even went in once with a sample of an ink that I was making and compared it to my own blood, and it didn't look anything alike. Anyway, there's just so much that goes into making inks that I realized I didn't need a whole new hobby. It was going to take way too much time. And I'd already purchased too many supplies to make that. This pen here is already queued up with our ancient copper. So as you can see, when you're writing with it, it has more of a brownish color. And actually I'm going to do just a little. I think that'll be helpful. We'll do that with this platinum too. But black is black. Okay. So that's Ancient Copper, my red ink of choice this year in 2024. Now let's talk about blue inks. I used a number of blue inks at various points, and I had the widest variety of inks. So this is Diamine Majestic Blue. It's a very deep blue. Not much of a shade to it as far as like, on the turquoise end or anything like that. It's just very deep, sort of navy blue. Waterman, I wish they wouldn't put these on here if they're not going to be accurate. It is way off from the actual color of this. It is a brighter blue, but that's not the color of blue at all in here. This is definitely a brighter blue color. It's not a blue-black. Speaking of blue-black, this is Sailor's Blue-Black. This is the character for blue and the character for black. And then here it just says pigmented ink. This is a wonderful color. You can kind of see from the bottom of the jar what you're going to get. It's more blue than black. And it's a very almost royal blue. And then there's Stars and Stripes. And this is from Colorverse. Colorverse makes some really amazing colors, amazing inks that do strange things, and this is one of them. The Stars and Stripes has the blue from the field of the American flag, or any of the Commonwealth countries will have those colors. And then the white and the red, those are all colors of the Commonwealth. The red is the color of the sheen of the ink, and it matches perfectly the flag. So I thought this was really amazing. So for me, it's no contest this year which ink this one will win, and that is the Colorverse Stars and Stripes. I feel like our country is a little wounded right now, but it will survive. This pen or this ink has been in this TWSBI since I got it, and I use it almost every day to take notes at work. I've filled up this pen three, maybe 4 times now. And this is a high volume pen. I think this is like 2.5 milliliters. So we'll give this one a try here, and probably won't be able to show you the sheen until it dries, but what I'll do is I'll take a picture or something like that, or a video a little bit later, and show you the sheen after it dries. And like I said, they've got a bunch of inks that are just really crazy in some of the things that they can do. The reason I use this nib instead of a Q-tip is, and I don't have any evidence for this, but I believe that the Q-tip could absorb some things out of the ink that get trapped in the fibers, especially if you're doing a shimmering ink. You're probably not going to get the entire, the full effect of the shimmer, because some of that shimmer will get trapped in the Q-tip. But that's just how I think about it, and it could be totally wrong. Okay. Wow, that just wants to keep going. There we go. That's what I was looking for. Okay, so we will let this one dry after I label it. We have a giveaway coming up for this video as well. Okay, I'm definitely going to be buying more Colorverse this year. I probably shouldn't be using such a fine nib to display this one. Okay, so those are my 3 inks for 2024. Ancient Copper, Stars and Stripes, and where'd my platinum go? Oh, put it over here. I'll just do it this way. These are my 3 choices for 2024. I'm excited to try some new inks. I found a new manufacturer that I want to try. They have a 3-color ink. Let me see if I can pull up the name for you here. Oh, Kiwi Inks. They have a bunch of 3-color inks that I thought might be interested. Now, they're inks with sheen, but they also have some other inks that don't have sheen. So those will be interesting to look at. If you have any suggestions for inks for me to try for 2025, I'd love to hear them. Put those down in the comments section. So now let's talk about the giveaway. Okay, so the giveaway this video is going to be, ta-da, a Lamy, actually we'll leave this here. It's going to be a Lamy Lx, which is the luxury model of the Lamy All-Star / Safari. This is brown. I thought it was plum. In fact, this is sort of a plum color, but it turns out the pictures that they took were not accurate. It has sort of a little bit of a plum color here, or reddish brown color on the clip, but this is most definitely brown here. This is I think this is a medium nib. Yeah, it's a medium nib. So if you're interested in this pen, then the keyword will be, why don't we just go with ink? Should be easy enough to spell and remember. Just put in the comments section the keyword ink, and make sure you're subscribed, please, and like the video so other people can find it. And then you'll automatically be entered to win. The little app will go through all the comments and look for the keyword ink and choose one. We'll make this video go pretty quickly here, so I'm only going to let this contest go for a week. We'll make it the 15th is when I'll choose a winner. Please make sure you come back and look on the site in the comments section to see if you won. If you subscribe, you'll automatically get that bell icon, and if there is a red dot next to the bell icon, it might mean that I have tagged you and that you've won. Still have 2 pens out there that have been winners have been picked for, but those winners have not returned their comments, so you guys need to look and get your pens, because one of them is pretty darn cool. It's the Gravitas pocket pen in Skittle. If you go to the community page, click my icon and then go to the community page, you'll see posts, which is where I put updates to the website or to the channel. I will post the names there, as well as reply to you in the comments section to make sure that you have 2 ways of being notified. I can't do any more than that. It's just impossible. They don't allow me to direct message anyone. That's just not part of the platform. All right. Well, thanks for watching so far. I hope you're having a great week, and hoping the end of the year is starting to slow down for you. You can take some time to enjoy your time with family, and thanks for watching. Keep writing.